This is James Emery, sales manager of Gregory Incorporated, and today we're going to talk about banners. We're going to talk about the different materials that we offer on the graphics side of our business, kind of the features and benefits of that, and some tips and tricks on how to best use those materials. We have these banners available in our graphics kit. So we're going to start off here with our basic banners. If we went through our kit here, we would look at our 13-ounce banner material, which is really the workhorse and our go-to banner that we sell the most of. This one's the typical 13-ounce matte banner. It's 1,000 denier. Denier is, not to get too complicated or in the weeds on that, but it's the thread count that's in there and the weight and the diameter of the thread count. And in Kansas, we do a minimum of 1,000 for outdoor banners just to hold up to the wind. So this is typically the banners that you see out and about. We have a lot of different uses for this. We've done about everything you can imagine with a banner, from going with sign bags to cover existing signs if there's going to be a change out for that. There's a couple different types on that. There's a pillowcase type sign bag that goes over smaller signs, and then there's a dimensional bag that goes over something like an electrical sign or a billboard if there's going to be a change out for that. We've done banners that cover the ROPs or the roll bars on pieces of equipment, and we've done breakaway banners for people. Just about anything you can imagine, covered the side of a building with a banner. We've done it all with a banner. So we're going to talk about different types of finishing for the banners. As we talked about here, a little bit of the usage of the different banner materials as well. So the 13-ounce, again, kind of the go-to banner that we use, and that would typically finish our 13-ounce banners with heat welded hems. So we have a Miller heat welder machine, and it does a very low profile heat weld when it finishes the 13-ounce banners, and we finish that with grommets. Usually every 2 foot is the typical finishing for that on larger banners. We can also, to give it more support and strength on that, we can do a heat welded webbing on there as well. And again, that's a lower profile piece. For larger banners that are larger than the 10-foot 6 banner material that we offer, if we're going to cover the side of a building with a banner, we can heat weld and steam that in registration, so you can do very large banners to cover the sides of a building even. There's some people out there that still like the traditional sewn finish on a banner, so we can do sewn hems as well, and that's another option. And we can do a thicker sewn webbing in there if needed. Probably one of the more popular finishes that we do for people is pole pockets. And a typical pole pocket for us is a 3-inch flat pocket, and that accommodates a 1-inch diameter pole in there. So we can also install D-rings into the banners. So D-rings are another finishing option. It just allows you to hook or connect your bungee or your rope to that, and gives you that a little more support than your grommet that might pull out. You can even heat weld ropes into the banner system if that's a requirement also well. Again, about anything you can imagine with a banner, we can probably do for you. So most of you are familiar with that, but we're going to move on and talk about the 12-ounce smooth banner. So this one's a different one. This is one that's used mainly for interior use. It's only about a 500 denier, so again, not for exterior use. It's got a beautiful finish to it. You can print great print quality on this, and it is double-sided. So this would be an ideal choice for retractable banner stands because it has a block out in it as well. And by the way, we do have a great price on retractable banner stands. So if that's something that you're interested in or you have a use on, we can actually print the banner, install it in the banner stand for you, and sell that to you as a kit. So that's another option. Another option here we're going to talk about briefly. So it's a frame system created out of some extruded aluminum panels, and the cutaway here shows a little bit how this works. It's really only about a 1/4 inch thick. It's mounted on some 1/2 inch plywood here, but it's a real low profile, and this is a great product for use either interior or exterior, and it makes a banner look more like a finished graphic. It makes it look more like an actual print that's on that than it does just a banner that's hanging up loose. So this is great for advertising purposes, reusable advertising. If you have or your customer has a stadium or event, they can put this banner inside it with this frame system and then change it out. So it uses this double sticky tape The banner, you peel the tape away, put the banner onto that to hold it into position and give it some tension on it. And then when you screw in the aluminum extrusion on the frame, it tensions it even further. And the other thing about the smooth banner material is it does a really good job at small print. So I talked to a customer yesterday even that they had a family tree, and they had a lot of detail of the family lineage that goes along with it, and the print was pretty small, and you would lose some of that in the scrim on a 13-ounce banner. But this 12-ounce smooth just does a beautiful print and captures the color, the vibrancy of the color, and also the very tiny print. It does a great job on that. And then moving on to our 18-ounce smooth double-sided banner material. So it's a heavier weight. It's still the banner itself is 18 ounce, and just for reference, the weight of the banner doesn't always correlate into the strength. It's more about the denier that's in it. So this is also 1,000 denier, and it's typically used for a little heavier duty applications. It's used a lot for pole banners, and again, it's double-sided. So when we talk about double-sided banners, and we were talking about how we finish the 13-ounce banners with the heat welding, we don't do that with the 12-ounce smooth or with the 18-ounce, because when they have those double-sided banners like that, it has a special blockout layer on it that when we heat weld those banners, it tends to tear that blockout layer away, and it doesn't have the strength that the 13-ounce banner does with the heat weld. So if we are going to finish that pole banner for you, if we're going to finish that, we're going to sew it. So we're going to do a pole banner, we're going to fold it over, we're going to sew that hem on there for you. These are just, again, a nice piece. It does give that nice double-sided finish to it. When we do pole banners, we do the pole pocket top and bottom typically, but we just trim the sides. Again, beautiful print, nice smooth finish. This is one of the very popular materials we offer as well. This is our 12-ounce 9010 Supreme Mesh banner material, and we love this material. This is great for outdoor use. It's about 50% stronger. It's about 1,500 denier by 1,500 denier. So, but it is also a double-sided banner material. This one is the exception because we can heat weld this material, and we can either sew on or do heat welded mesh, or webbing with that. So it's used a lot on either large event graphics for buildings, or a street banner that would go over top of a street for a race or a community event. Some people still use this as pole banners. Another great use for this one is fence mesh advertising. A lot of people use that because it holds up so much better than the 13-ounce banner material. It is more expensive, it's double the cost of it, but again, if they want something that's up there for an extended period of time, this is a great product. We love this material for really 3 reasons. It's a 90-10 mesh, so there's not a lot of airflow going through this, but it allows the print to be readable even at a small size. Whereas certain mesh, you lose that when the whole pattern increases, and you don't have that on there. Second reason we like that, it is a true blockout. So even though it's a mesh material, you don't see that shadowing or that image from the other side. You'll notice this is a different image. Actually, I don't think this particular sample is, but you can't see it on the other side there. So it's a great product for that. And then the third reason is because of the strength and the wind resistance that's in this material. So that's a great finished product on that one. And this is probably our second most popular banner material that we sell. So these are our 4 standard banner materials, but we occasionally have customers ask about maybe like a speaker mesh material to cover the audio system on a big LED sign or that would go up, and we can certainly process that material as well. We use a 70-30 mesh typically on that, although we do have an Ultraflex specifically designed speaker mesh that's a much more open weave that we can use for speakers or audio systems as well. And I hope this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can reach us on our 1-800 number, 1-800-835-2221. We have a great knowledgeable customer service staff. I'm also available and glad to answer your questions. You can reach us on our website at www.gregory1.com, or you can chat with us online. However you choose to reach out to us, we want to be available to you and be a resource to you as well. Thank you for your business and for your time today.